All right then. So today, as we're recording this, it is the 16th of February, which is Pancake Day. So
Nice.
obviously when it's come out, it'd be 4 days after Pancake Day? I don't know.
Yes, it's something like that. Like
Yeah.
numbers and stuff, you know.
So I guess what's your favorite Pancake Day topping, or just pancake topping in general?
I guess it depends. What kind of pancakes are we talking?
Whatever you want, man.
Like, are we
Whatever you
talking
have for
like
Pancake Day, I guess.
like like like? Because I've never really celebrated Pancake Day like that.
Mm.
Like I know you can get like those fat American ones
Oh yeah.
with like syrup and bacon. Sometimes they're the plug, but I gotta say, like my favorite ones, I would say, are like like the BTEC crepes that everyone and their mum knows how to make
Yeah.
with like lemon juice and sugar.
Hmm. Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I'd
Yourself?
say jam and sugar. I do like a bit of sugar on it. Like no matter what I have on it, I like some sugar. And
Oh yeah.
we spice it up. I
Love a
know,
bit of
like
sugar.
I know the people at home won't be able to see. I don't know if you noticed in the background, but there's just a load of shit on my side. Just loads of pancake day stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
I see Nutella in the background and whatnot.
yeah. Not all for me. Don't worry. There's people I live with who got some stuff as well. Oh yeah. Guess that's pancake day.
The two damn cousins out, they're watching movies.
All right, everyone. How's it going? How's the wife? How's the kids? Sounds good.
Oh, hide your wife, hide your kids, and hide your husbands. That's a throwback and a half. How you doing this week, man?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a good week, I think. What have I been doing? Not much. Yeah. Yeah, we'll class that as a good week. Whatever. What about you?
Yeah, no, yeah, I've had a pretty good week. I feel like they just kind of fly by, and I don't really do much, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh shit, it's Tuesday again. We're half a week gone.
I've finished, well, got caught up rather with two animes, I guess. I guess that's what my week
Oh yeah.
consisted of. And that was
Which ones?
so we got Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, I need to start Jujutsu Kaisen
Oh,
because everyone in my life keeps talking about it.
so good. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, this isn't an
Woohoo.
anime podcast. We'll carry on with today is another random episode. If you know us, you probably get the format right now. We do 1 week random, 1 week surprise. Yeah, back to basics, I
Um,
guess.
yeah. Let's get down to spinning.
Oh,
The real. Did they hit me with those words, Cameron?
spin that real.
Here we are. Week 13,
Hmm.
and we are doing Meet the Robinsons.
Oh my god, I absolutely love this film. This is
That
probably
was
one of my favorite
pure
Disney
joy.
films.
That was pure joy in your voice. That was so
Yeah,
innocent and oh
I love this film so much. Like, yeah, I'll get into that in a sec. You want to spin the randomizers?
yeah. All right, let's
Yeah.
do it. And we got add narration.
Okay.
It's doable. That's what we can
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. Number 2. Ooh. Make it a western.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this one's an every week one. You know.
What is
But
it?
I'm not mad at it.
What we got?
We have to make it rated R.
Okay. Oh, down. Yeah, that's fine.
So we have to make a western Meet the Robinsons with violence or like sexy times in it.
Bloody hell. Okay.
You know, I feel like that will work, especially with the narration in there as well.
Yeah. Well, to start off with, If you've never seen Meet the Robinsons or heard of it, it's a Disney film from I want to say like 2007 or something like that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds about the
2000.
right time. 2009 maybe.
I mean, yeah, 2008, 2009, so something like that.
Around that
I'm gonna
time,
Google it
mid
because it always gets
2000s.
stuck in.
uh, it's about a boy who he's grew up in an orphanage. Like his mum left him on the doorstep of an orphanage at the when he was younger.
2007.
I got it right the first time. Look at that.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's grown up in an orphanage and he can't seem to like get anyone to adopt him. He's like a really smart kid. He's always inventing something. You know, he's got a roommate called Goob. You might, if you haven't seen the movie,
Oh, I
you might
remember
have seen
Goop.
him in like memes and stuff where he's like holding the coffee or whatever. Yeah. And
My housemate looks exactly like Goob when she wakes up.
and what else? Yeah, so I guess kind of spoilers, not really. There's something that happens. He goes to like a science fair with one of his inventions, and it's like you can see through your memories and all that. And it all goes wrong basically. But there's someone sabotaged it. Some like evil looking guy. He has like a bowler hat.
It's the,
The bowler
it's
hat
the
guy.
bowler hat
There
guy.
we go. And
What's his name again?
yeah, this other boy comes out and he's like, "Oh, I'm a space cop or whatever, and I like here to, you know, you got to come with me. You got to bring that thing." He's like, "What are you on about? Like, it's broken. It's crap. I'm not fixing it and all that." And like, he's really down the dumps basically because he messed up like like an adoption, like I don't want to say viewing. It's not a viewing. That's like houses. Like a
Yeah.
interview. That's it.
Like a meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. He messed that up. Messed up
No,
his science
he didn't just
fair.
mess it up. He almost killed
Oh
that
yeah,
man. Like he
like
got
peanut
peanut butter
allergy.
on him and shit. Oh, I'm gonna watch this film now
Yeah,
tonight.
and so yeah, basically, long story short, he goes to the future with this other boy, and this boy like shows him his crazy family, and it's like it's basically Meet the Robinsons, and they're all like kind of all different people. You've got like the grandpa Joe's like wears all this stuff backwards. You've got that uncle who has like the puppet wife.
Yeah.
um
There's like a Buzz Lightyear pizza delivery guy
yeah.
looking motherfucker.
There's Fran, who's like the boy's mom, and she's
Wait,
like,
she was a baddie, dude. You can't even lie.
yeah, I agree with that. When I was a kid, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But she teaches frogs to sing. Got like the
Oh, they come
conductor
in with that
woman.
smooth
Oh, I
jazz.
love the frogs in that film.
I
Uh,
really want to watch this film.
yeah, but yeah, so it's a really good film. To be fair, I won't give too much away about it, but
Yeah.
we probably will be giving away a lot. So for now, that's the information we'll go on to go with. And if you haven't watched it, highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite Disney films of all time.
It's definitely up there. It's the
Yeah.
soundtrack. Oh, Jamie Cullum as a singing frog, and he comes in all smooth and yeah. You ask me over. Yeah. All right. So, how do you want to tackle this?
Well, I think
Because
go on.
yeah. Oh no, I was just saying, initially I was thinking maybe like we stick to like the same like similar like beginning premise or something.
Yeah.
But then when he goes to the future, it's like a desolate like wasteland,
Okay.
and it's like a like kind of
Like
like
if
a neo futuristic western, like Blade Runner esque, you know?
yeah, like if I said I wouldn't like spoil it straight away, but I kind of getting into like one of the biggest parts. Like if when that part when the bowler hat guy wins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like that. And the reason that the guys come back is because he's like, yeah, no, we need to fix this.
Oh, so it's like a sequel type thing you're thinking.
Not even like a sequel, like it could still be the original, but the
Yeah.
reason that the kid comes back is because he's like, hey, this is like the future's just changed or something. So maybe like he followed like the bowler hat guy back to the modern day or something.
Mm-hmm.
Loses like a mini fight, so like he loses his arm or something, so he's got like a cool robot arm, and he goes back to the future to like just act like nothing happened. But when he goes back to the future, he notices that like everything's changed.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, we need to fix this. How do I fix it?" And then he figures out that the bowler hat guy's gone back to the modern day. So he goes to the modern day and he's like, "Hey, come here, little Lewis."
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, I guess that with the start, that's the same thing, and it's narrated by, not narrated, sorry, by Lewis. Would you say?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is this
yeah.
still animated as well, or do you want to try a live action or what?
I say if we keep it animated, we can get some really cool like. Do they keep it 3D animated or do they drop it to like 2D
No, keep
animation?
it
Or
3D. Keep it the same sort of
yeah,
style. Just
yeah, yeah.
you can get wild and western with it. So Lewis, he starts as like my life is it's a strange one or whatever.
Yeah.
It's always been I've always been dealt hardships. I've always been haven't been on the right side of the stick sometimes. And but this is but for all this pain, I just keep moving forward. This is the
Hey,
story
let's.
of how me and my of how I became one of the greatest families or in the world, or I yeah, something like that. And then I guess it just smash cuts to him like um not him waking up, he's like tinkering, and he's like this it's like no, it's don't smash cut, it like zooms in on his like the orphanage, and he's like, oh, this is my this is where I grew up, this is the orphanage like in Ryder Road. And
Yeah.
all you can see is it's cut onto Goob. It's like, that's not me. Sorry. That's me. And it goes over, he's like tinkering with all this stuff, and Goob just like wakes up like, oh, you're still going with all that? God damn.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just
Leave it.
through through that, it's just how the same movie goes. So he's just making some stuff. He's like, oh, I'm gonna take this down to the interview with the Colsons today. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that woman comes in, who, might I add, was also bad in my opinion.
Which one?
The orphanage woman.
Oh, she was like hella thick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So the woman walks in, and she's like, "Oh, the Colsons are downstairs. Hurry up! Like, they're waiting on you. I think this one's gonna be it. Like, this is you gonna be your big break." And then he's like, "I think it is too." And then the narrator just goes in, "It wasn't." And it just cuts to like them. This is like where the R-rated thing will come in, because the peanut butter incident happens again. He's like, "Oh yeah, so you get peanut butter and jelly, and it will make like, yeah, instant peanut butter jelly sandwiches." And then like the woman's like, "Oh no, you got to keep that away. My husband's highly allergic to peanut butter." And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll keep it away." And it all splashes everywhere. It breaks just like in the film, and it goes all over him. But this time, he doesn't like get his shot in time.
His EpiPen.
Yeah, he just ends up dying. It's like,
Nice.
oh my god. Like the main orphanage woman's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, this is terrible." And like the Coulson, Mrs. Coulson is all like, "No, keep that devil child away from me. I don't want him anywhere near me or my family. Like, no wonder he hasn't got any parents. No one would love him." And it's like, oh my god, Jesus. Like, is this Disney?
Where's your mum? Did you kill her with peanuts too, you little bitch?
And that's just like, that just puts him really down. He's like, oh my god. And the orphanage was like, hey, don't worry. Like, it's not your fault. He's like, but it is. Goob just comes in like, oh, another family killed, huh? Imagine.
This is just like an everyday thing for them.
Could be. The first time killing a
Yeah,
parent.
that's what I'm saying. People like I said it in one of the commentaries that we've done recently.
Mhm.
Hotel for Dogs. I was like, I do not trust children in films when they're like, look, I'm an inventor, and they make all these like contraptions and shit because they grow up to be like Jigsaw the killer.
Oh yeah.
Saw. Like Kevin McAllister, like that. What do you think he's doing now?
So from there we'll go into the school part. I guess keep that the same. He just narrates it going, oh my this is my school, top of my class, always doing something. They didn't really like me uh doing things on uh what are they called? Show and tell days or science fair days. Because
Yeah.
I'd always have something wild, but it would never seem to work. But this one, I was determined to get working. It took me a while to get onto it. I had the idea after watching that guy die. Don't ask me why that he gets an idea from this. Maybe he's just like, oh, maybe I can invent something that can let you see the memories of him. Yeah.
His wife
Hmm.
is like, "I saw your fault," blah blah, and as she's walking off, she's like, "If only I could remember where I left his EpiPen," blah blah
There you go.
blah. Something like that,
There
you
you
know?
go. So the school day starts. It goes in. He's built this thing. It's like, yeah, this is gonna work. I'm sure of it. Hasn't tested it or whatever. I don't think he tested it in the film either. He didn't have time, did he? Because he was late for
No,
school.
no, no, you didn't have time.
And walks
There's like
in.
a montage of him like getting ready and
Yeah,
stuff.
he walks in, like opens the door, like bursts open into the gym lab, and the whole room goes silent.
Yeah.
And they look at him, like giving him daggers. Like, oh no, it's Lewis. He's back with another invention. Ugh, goddamn. And he slowly walks down the corridor over to his booth. Everyone's like, "Oh, Lewis! Oh no! For God's sake!" Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
what little
oh.
cunt.
Picks up his TV thing. Just that's all they see. There's just to the audience, it just looks like a TV. Plonks it on.
Yeah.
Puts the headphones like over the stand. It's like, yeah, this is all fine. Puts a sheet over it. It's like no one will know what this is until that happens. So it goes round just like in the film. You see everyone, like the teachers are there. The woman, do you remember the scientist woman?
The
She's
coffee
like,
patch bitch.
yeah, she's doing
Yeah.
all her bit and all that. And yeah, so they're going around looking at all these people. And I think at that point you're introduced to what's his name? It's not Finn. It's along those lines though. Man. It's something like
Who,
it's a short
who,
line name.
the future boy.
Yeah,
Wilbur.
that's it. Yeah, see him. He's like sneaking about in there, and he's like, "Oh, what the heck, guy!" and starts running after him, just like in the film, very
Yeah.
much. And uh, yeah, you see the bowler hat as well go and tamper with the machine, and yeah, so past all that, gets to Lewis's part. And the school's all like, "Oh, Lewis, you're not gonna blow anything up again, are you?" Ha ha ha. He's like, "I killed a family the other day." No, but he just go. He's like, "Oh, this one's gonna work." Like, if you've ever forgot something, forgot where you put your keys, can't remember your an anniversary, or can't remember where you put an EpiPen, then this is the invention for you. Puts it down, and then everyone's like, "Oh, wow, looks intelligent."
Wow.
And so, like, they're just like, "Who would like to take a turn?" And everyone's just like, kind of
Yeah.
looking at each other, like backs up. Oh my god, oh my god. And then the gym teacher's like, "All right, there's nothing to be scared of. Here, I'll do it. Whatever." So he puts it on. Right, puts the headphones on, and the
Okay.
screen flickers just like in the film. It's like, oh, something's happening. It's working. And then you just hear like a buzzing noise, and the buzzing gets louder and louder. And he's like, Lewis is like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" You can see Wilbur in the background, like, "Oh my god, is this gonna work?" And then
Yeah.
big explosion, but not an explosion that you'd think. Not the thing. It's the gym teacher's head just explodes, and it just goes out everywhere. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" Like everyone started to panic, run around. The frogs get loose. The bloody volcano goes everywhere. Yeah, and then I see it. Lewis has made another mistake. Where do we go from here?
Okay. 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 I'm trying to piece it together. You know, I'm like, how do we get from here to like Western and
Yeah.
shit like that, you know? Okay, so Lewis is like, oh Jesus Christ, I've done it again. You know, oopsie poopsie. And they're just like, get out of here, you actually, no. So he like just freezes. He's like, but I did you know.
Yeah.
And then Wilbur comes in and he's like, there's no time, and he like grabs him, and the two of them run off.
Oh.
And they're just running, and they're like, stop them, you know, he's a murderer. He's just killed, gym teacher McGonagall or whatever.
Professor McGonagall,
Bitch. McGillicuddy. Let's call him McGillicuddy. Oh, he killed McGillicuddy in cold blood. How could he? So like he runs off with him, and he's like, "You got to follow me." I'm Lewis. Lewis, come on, come with me. And he's like, "Stop." He's like, "I don't even know who you are. I did the calculations. I couldn't be right. Blah 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 blah." I don't get it. Like, why didn't it work? And he's like, "No." He's like, "You're not getting it. It was rigged." And Lewis just stops. He's like, "Rigged?" He's like, who would want to rig my invention? It's gonna change the world. It's gonna blah 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 blah. You know. He goes, "I've got a lot to explain to you." And he just, so the two of them are on the roof, and like all these people are like you know, like about to get him, and he just goes, "You better hurry up!" And he yeets himself off of the roof. And Lewis just freezes. He's like, and then like Wilbur pops his head up like from over like the ledge. He's like, "Hurry up, get down here!" And he's like, and of course in the film he has a flying car because future and stuff.
Time machine.
So he jumps down, and you know they go to the future, as it were. It's a very similar film so far. But it's just you wait.
Oh.
And so Lewis is in the back, and he's like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" And like the bubbles form around the car and stuff. And then it's like, and he gets there, and it's just all orange. There's like bits of like smoke and like it's very foggy, you know.
Yeah.
But it's all just very like washed out. There's no color or anything. And he's like, this is the future. He's like, what the hell happened? And he was like, you, Lewis, you happened.
Oh snap.
And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? What? And he's like, I'm from the future. Like, but not this future.
Yeah.
And then he breaks it down. He's like, oh, you know, there's this evil bowler hat guy. He came in and he messed everything up and blah 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 blah, all of that, you know.
Yeah.
So basically, I've come here to bring you here to like help you fix your machine, so that then we can go back in time to just, you know, like to stop everything.
Yeah.
So what he does is like he flies the invisible car, not the invisible car. He flies the time machine.
Yeah.
Off to like a little hut. And he gets there, and it's like there's no one there. And that's the knock. He does like a special knock, and like a slat opens in the door, and they're like, yeah. He's like, where the hell have you been? And he let him in, and they embrace and whatnot, and they're like, and he's like, who's this? Who the hell have you brought with you? And he's like,
is he wearing the hat?
Lewis. He's not wearing the hat yet.
Oh, okay.
He's got like a head covering on because of all the sand and stuff outside.
Yeah.
But like what I'm thinking is, so he gets there and he takes it off, and they all just freeze, like all his family in there, and they go, "What the hell did you do, Wilbur?" So So if you haven't seen the original Meet the Robinsons, Lewis and Wilbur is Lewis's son from the future,
Big
who
spoilers
and
territory.
yeah, very big spoilers for a movie that came out 14 years ago.
Yeah.
That whoa, 14 years. Whew, okay. Oh, that made me feel really old. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
They
Um,
haven't seen Meet the Robinsons. Wilbur is
Thank you.
Lewis's son.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So Wilbur is Lewis's son, and it's because of him that the bowler hat guy gets access to the other time machine.
Mm.
And so Wilbur is like, right, we have to get you back so you can fix your little invention, because that invention is what gets you adopted and what means that you meet your wife, who's my mum, and blah 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 blah. You know,
Yeah.
cause and effect, all of that. Uh, so if that's the original, do you have any ideas here?
Well, so after they meet the family, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what the hell did you do?" And it's like, so this universe they're in, right?
Mm.
Is this them in this universe? Like, I'm a bit confused with like, is Wilbur
Yeah.
from a different future and the family from the different future, or
That's. I think Wilbur was from a different future,
okay,
but the family are his same family.
so from the same future as
Not
him, or just
No,
no?
they're from the darkest timeline, as it
Okay,
were.
yeah,
So then when he like then arrives there, and they're like, "Oh, what the hell? What are you doing here? You died 8 years ago or
yeah, yeah.
something. I don't know."
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um, and then he breaks it all down and he explains it, and like he brings his like future technology to them so they can lead like a revolution
okay,
kind of thing.
yeah, right. So
Maybe.
they see how oh, why'd you bring him here? Like, because once that happened, so once the school thing happened, basically how they explain how this future came to be. So it was never supposed to go like that. Like the only thing that stayed the same from that past is the killing of the guy adopt the family who was going to adopt him,
Yeah.
and he was like, that might get sorted later. We'll see about that. But they're like, yeah, once that school thing went wrong, like that wasn't how it was supposed to happen, says Wilbur. And, you know, once that happened, a load of other stuff got set into motion. So you were always on the run, like you're trying to invent your way out of situations. However, it didn't work. So it led to basically what we're in now, just
Like the darkest timeline.
yeah. And he's like, "Oh my God, I'd never do that. Like, I would like if I didn't go with you, I would have just like confessed and gave up." He's like, "No, you wouldn't. I like this is said from his wife or Wilbur's
Yeah.
mom to him, but she's like, "Oh, I know
Like she
you,
said. Yeah.
and like I know you wouldn't you wouldn't give up that easily on like just give like putting yourself forward like that. You'd find a way to make it
Yeah.
right without getting in trouble,
And then he's
without
like,
going to
how
prison and
could you
stuff."
possibly know that?
Yeah. She's like, "I'm your
And she's like, because
wife."
I know you. She just turns into Daddy DeVito.
And he's like, "Well, what? You're older than me." Like, the Wilbur's like, "Oh, you do realize this is the future, man. I'm not joking."
It's
Like,
the fucking future,
yeah.
you dickhead.
He's like, I thought you were supposed to be smart." He's like, "Oh, shut up." But then he's like, "Wait, so if this is the future, where am I now?" And he's like, "You do realize, like, well,
This is
no,
the orphanage.
oh, maybe." Then again, I contradicted myself here by saying, "Oh, him, where am I now?" Because it's like, well, obviously he's like evil and stuff. But I also contradicted myself by saying, "Oh, I'm your wife." Or no, okay, maybe she doesn't say that. Maybe Wilbur says, "Oh, because I know you. I'm your son. Like I know how you act and whatnot."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I just don't understand that." He's like, "This is the future." Blah blah blah. Anyway, so yeah, he says, "Where am I
Fucking
now?"
time travel, man.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get
Yeah.
everything,
We
especially
haven't
on the
even
spot.
started fully.
Yeah, God. And then so where am I now? And he's like, "Oh, you own this massive company." Who's like, "You've managed to take over the world and do this." He's like, "But so all we've got to do then, really, is to make sure I don't turn evil." That's pretty sound. That's pretty solid stuff. He's like, "Yeah, it's not that easy. Like, it wasn't your choice really to go evil. You got thrown into that situation. So we need to stop the bowler hat guy."
Okay.
And it just cuts to him. He's like, he's also like in this future. He's like, "Oh yes," he comes back, but it's like, "Oh no, what have I done?" sort of thing. So it's like, "Oh, this is what we wanted. Like this is the goal." And he's like, "Nah, wait, no, it's not because the world's a lot worse off now, and it's not even my fault." And he's like, "Oh well, we can't change anything." And then like Lewis, but future Lewis, the bad Lewis, he's all like, is if it isn't little Goob, we're already gonna throw that out there. Major spoilers as well. Big Disney twist just killed out. And he's like, "Oh, my good friend at the orphanage," and he's like, "Oh, hey man, oh, what's up?" He's like, "I know what you did. I know it was you. You messed with my invention." He's like, "No, no, not even, not even." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna make sure you never mess with anything again." And he just grabs him by the neck and just snaps his neck. Bowler hat guy Goob is
Oh,
just gone.
Jesus Christ.
It's R rated. Yeah.
What?
He's like, "Yeah, this is
That
my
caught me off
future
guard.
now. But nobody crosses me. Like, if it wasn't for you, I would have had everything. But now I still do have everything. So it's whatever." So he's just out of the game now. And that was their main, like, goal to go find him, and I don't know. Uh, so I guess what they need to do is they need to fix the time machine because that's broken, right?
Okay.
I know that wasn't established before, but I'm trying to think of like,
Stakes.
yeah, because right now it's just all they got to do is go back and fix the machine. But the time
Yeah,
machine
but
is broken.
yeah.
The only way they can fix it is to go into that building where future Lewis is, like, and get all the parts for it and stuff, and maybe all the plans, because it's not invented in this universe yet. It's just like an idea. So you need to get his idea book or whatever, and then go
Wait, what? What's not invented yet?
the time machine
Oh,
in this future. So we've got the
okay.
past, the bad future,
Oh my god!
and the good
What have
future.
we done here? Is this?
This
I feel like
is
we
gonna be
really
very
taken Disney
confusing.
for granted.
Yeah. Oh damn. But okay, so I'm gonna lay it all out
Okay.
really easily.
I'm hugging my bin. Alright, let's do this.
So Lewis has to go to Bad Lewis's company,
Okay.
to get the parts for the
Okay.
time machine, which is now broken, which he needs
Okay,
to go
but
back to the
in this-
past to
To fix the machine.
yeah,
Okay, I'm getting you.
and then do that all again.
Wait, but then why did they go to the future initially?
To show him like what has happened, and to get the
Okay,
and
cool.
because like maybe the time machine was low on fuel anyway, and then when they got to
Okay.
that place, they maybe just got shot down or whatever, and now they have to
Cool.
reinvent the time machine.
Real. Okay,
And
so
yeah, go on.
he's gone from his timeline to the future
Yeah.
to get a part to fix the time machine that doesn't exist in that timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because
the
it's just
part
an idea,
exists.
but it's like he knows how it's done. He hasn't done it yet because maybe he's just like there's wars and crap in this future. Damn, writing a whole like universe and timeline and shit is so
Yeah.
fucking difficult, especially when you're not really writing it down. So he gets to the building, goes
Hmm.
to him and Wilbur are in there. Maybe like the frogs are there. That was a whole like scene hijinks where like they got the frogs.
They've
Are
all
like,
got guns. Like,
yeah, like Fran's on the headset. Like, okay, you're gonna need to go to West Hall B or whatever.
hmm
And so they get to like the idea room, the imagination room or whatever, something Disney sounding.
the imagination station.
Yeah, and then Lewis sees all these inventions. He's like, "Oh my god, even though I'm bad, I've made some cool shit." And Wilbur's
Yeah.
like, "Hey man, don't get attached to these stuff. Like, this is the bad one. Remember why we're here." And so that's a little crux that goes on there, which then leads
Yeah.
into Lewis getting caught by Lewis, the future Lewis,
Older
and
Lewis.
yeah,
Yeah.
bad Lewis and past Lewis like cross paths, and then bad Lewis is all like, "Oh, you don't want to go back and fix this. This is amazing. Look what you have." And he
Yeah.
shows him like,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
"Go on, if you got
No, I was just yeah. Bad Lewis wants good Lewis on side,
yeah,
so he can like show good Lewis all of his inventions and stuff like that now.
hmm
So then when he goes back, he'll have all his like empires sooner.
yeah." He's like, "You can go back, and you don't have to fix. Maybe you can change one or two things here, but you want to stick with this." And Wilbur's like, "Oh, don't do it." He's like, "Oh, is that Wilbur, my son? Damn." It's like, "How do you know I'm your son?" And I don't know. I fucked that up a bit. Cut that bit out, whatever. Because I realized Wilbur's from a different timeline.
Yeah.
We're going
Oh,
back
there's
into the
too many
confusing.
timelines. Oh, my head hurts so much.
All right, we were going strong, and then I fucked it up.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, so
Go.
what if Wilbur is not from a different timeline? The future is just what the future is, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
And he finds out about his dad from his mum or whatever,
Mhm.
yeah? Like, so Wilbur finds out that his dad is like the big owner of Evil Core or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they're called, yeah? So then he has the idea. Oh no, because then how does he have the time machine? Ah!
Oh, okay. I think keep Wilbur from a different future. He just gets
Okay.
the time machine because he's like, "Oh, I want to see my dad in his natural habitat," or he gets like not his natural habitat, like how he
David Attenborough.
no, he's like how I got how his big ideas came to be, or how he met Nan and Granddad, basically.
Yeah.
But then he also gets word that no, fuck, just stick with the film, idiot. Fucking Goob goes back with the time machine. He needs to chase him for the time machine. No, because then
Yeah.
I'm fucking up the rest of the film. Oh my god, this is so all over the place.
This is
I'm so
so
sorry
confusing.
to the listeners right now. Right, okay. So where we'll go from here?
Yeah.
We'll stick with what we got so far, and we'll
Okay.
just keep going. We'll keep running with it until we can
Okay.
find a nice conclusion. And if things start sounding confusing, just carry on. Don't like if you think
Nice.
we're gonna contradict ourselves, we'll just carry on. So
Just shut the fuck up. Just keep walking. Just keep moving forward.
yeah, exactly. There we go. Oh, we need that line more than ever with this episode. Okay,
We really do.
so we'll go back with Lewis and Lewis
Nice.
in the talking through
Like
their stuff. And Wilbur's like, "No, you can't do this. Just stick to the plan." And Lewis is like, "No, actually, maybe I don't want. Maybe I want this. Maybe this is the life I want. Like nobody's ever wanted me. I can make my own life." And Lewis is like, "Yes, exactly. This is exactly what I felt when I killed that gym teacher, and I've killed many others. Take Goob over here." And he's just got him like, I don't know, skinned like a
Like
bear,
chained up.
yeah, or something like that.
What do you mean skinned like a bear?
Like
Humans
a
are covered in
bear,
fur.
a bear rug, but it's like just Goob.
Oh, when you said skinned like a bear, I thought you meant like
Yeah,
like
I know.
George in Monsters Inc. when they like.
Oh yeah. Oh no no. It's just he's Goob's been made into a rug, and he's like, yeah, I kill people, I take what I want, and it's like now I'm gonna now that you're here, I've got the time machine, and I'm gonna make sure that this is how the past is gonna go. This is where the life's gonna go, and maybe then like Fran comes in, she's like, oh, you're a horrible man. I remember seeing you there, and she like maybe shoots him in the shoulder,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh fucking hell, like oh. And then
Ah, you fucking cunt, ah.
yeah, just holding his shoulder, and he maybe like pulls out a gun from who knows where, and it's like a standoff.
Yeah.
He's like pointing the gun at Fran. Will was like, "Oh no, mom," and she's like, "What are you on about?" And you know, it's all getting loads for like past Lewis. He's like, "Oh, what to do?" Uh, and then Lewis takes a shot, and
Who?
then
Which Lewis?
bad Lewis takes a shot.
Evil Lewis.
Yeah, he
Okay.
goes to shoot at Fran,
Fran.
and then past Lewis jumps in front of it. And Will was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, what? Why would you do that? This is fucking what? You know what you've done, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, if I'm dead, this could never happen. I could just like destroy this timeline." Right? And he's
No,
like,
but that's not how.
that's
it
not
would
how it
work,
works. No,
right?
if you look at the
You
loops and
fucking
you,
idiot.
no,
Yeah.
no, that's how it works in this. We'll just go. That's how
Yeah.
it works. He gets shot and he's dead, and the timeline's broken, and that's it. And the film's ends. I think we should
That's
just
it.
kill it
We're
there.
fucking done. Take that. Boom.
Upload
There's no
it.
happy ending.
Get it.
The evil timeline finishes. Lewis doesn't get adopted. He dies alone.
The end.
The end.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Well, from my initial thoughts of this though, I wanted the whole
Yeah.
thing to go nice. You know, they fix the machine, gets adopted like in the film. But instead of putting it on the woman first at the science fair, he puts it on the other woman, the Coltons or whatever I called them at the beginning, and goes, "Oh, here's something. Like, have you forgot where you put something? What about your husband's EpiPen?" She's like, "No, I've got it right here." And then she looks in her bag, it's not there, and he's like, "Here, put this on." And he puts the headphones on, he can see it, yeah. It's all nice, he gets adopted. Lovely, meet the Robinsons. That would be the ideal ending.
Yeah.
But what the fuck just happened?
Oh,
I was all over the place. I love that
Oh.
film, and I just butchered the hell out of it.
Do you think we rolled it? You're like, yes, I love this film. There was barely a western. There were just guns in it.
The only time I tried to make it like a western was like at the beginning when he walks into the high school and everybody's giving him daggers. It's like walking into the dusty
Yeah.
saloon, but it's actually the dusty high school gym. Oh boy. Oh my.
What's the date today? 16th of February. It's 5:12. I've just written down in my notes for this episode. For future reference, please abstain from time travel because it turns out it's a little bit harder than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought all these screenwriters were just taking the piss.
Yeah, no.
But
God damn.
who?
Oh, we try it. We tried it, you know. It's a real first, and we can't hit every mark, you know. You know, we're great. We're basically screenwriters at this point. But you know, even bloody the Russo brothers made a dud film now and then. Like I don't know, what's a bad
21
film?
Bridges.
Yeah.
Actually, I quite like 21 Bridges. I can't lie.
I
It's
just
not a
can't
good
think
film.
of anything.
Yeah, and before the Marvel films, they made Community, and that's pretty good.
Ugh.
I feel like you picked a hard one here,
Yeah,
Cam.
it was the first thing that came to mind.
M Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah, that was
His first few films were pretty great, and then he turned around and made like the fucking Village, and then he was like, no, 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 guys, wait, and then he made The Happening, and then he was like, no, 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 guys, wait, and then he made After Earth.
So, well, with that, that was all over the place. I hope this isn't your first episode because this is probably not a great first episode. Yeah, go watch the Scooby Doo one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, go back.
yeah,
Go listen. I feel like our Scooby Doo one,
that
no one really listens to, and I think
that's our best
work.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So this whole episode is just actually a plug for the Scooby Doo episode. Go back, go listen to that. Please and thank you. Love you guys. You're great fans.
yeah, you know where to hit us by now. Reinvent the Real on and
At
that
Real
real pod
Podcast.
as well. So, yeah, with that, I've been Cameron.
Yeah. I've been Curtis.
See you next week, man, for hopefully something
I'll
much
see-
better than that.
Or what if like our future versions come back and then they come? No, I'm
Yeah.
joking. Yeah,
wait.
Oh.
Cameron, I've come back
What?
from the past to stop you from making this episode.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Wait.
Future Cameron?
Yeah.
Is that you? Yeah, I've come back to stop you from putting this out because. See you next week, everyone.